Okay, shall we start the class?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have done till question number 9 of exercise 8.1. So we need to start from question number 10. Before that, we have left with one example. Example number 2. We'll do it now. So example number 2. If angle B and angle Q are acute angles such that sine B equal to sine Q, prove that angle B equal to angle Q. Solution. I think that is very confusing one. This question. Suppose this is the triangle. Angle B and angle Q are acute angles. So these are the two acute angles here and here. So angle B and angle Q are acute angles means take this as B, this as Q. This I'm naming as A, suppose A. So this is the triangle ABQ such that two acute angles are angle B and angle Q. Now what they have told, sine B equal to sine Q. So this is another information which is given in the question, sine B equal to sine Q. Then we need to prove that angle B equal to angle Q. That is the question. So sine B, that means our angle is this one, sine B. So according to this angle, our opposite angle will be AQ. So sine means what? Opposite side by hypotenuse. So opposite side will be AQ, hypotenuse is BQ. So I am writing sine B equal to AQ by BQ. Opposite side by hypotenuse. Now sine Q. Sine Q means our angle will be here at Q. So according to this angle, our opposite side is what? AB. Hypotenuse is always BQ. So I can write sine Q equal to AB by BQ. Opposite side by hypotenuse. Here you can see AQ by BQ equal to AB by BQ. So I can cancel two BQs because when I take this BQ, this side, it will be into BQ. Anyways, we will cancel BQ, BQ. So both the sides BQ I am cancelling. This BQ got cancelled. Now what is remaining? AQ equal to AB. Okay. Now you can write therefore angle Q equal to angle B. You can write the reason there. You got AQ equal to AB. Therefore, angle Q equal to angle B. Reason is angles opposite to equal sides are equal. So this was the triangle ABQ. So we got AQ equal to AB. That means AQ equal to AB. So angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. So these two angles will be equal. We proved that angle B equal to angle Q. This is another method of proving this one. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone want me to explain this method which is given in your textbook? This method. or this method is enough? Do I need to explain this one? Anyone?
Yes,
Hiba?
ma'am.
Okay. You want this one? Azam?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll show you how to solve this one. So the question is angle B and angle Q are acute angles. So take two triangles. This is the alternative method of proving the same question. So take two triangles. Given sin B equal to sin Q. So in your first triangle, sin B, what is sin B? Opposite side by hypotenuse. So according to this angle B, opposite side will be AC. So sin B will be AC by hypotenuse is AB equal to, come to the second triangle, this one. According to this triangle PQR, okay, here it is R. Sin Q means this is the opposite side, this is the hypotenuse. So sin means opposite side by hypotenuse. So it will be PR by PQ. PR is opposite side, PQ is hypotenuse. So we got sin B equal to AC by AB, sin Q equal to PR by PQ. So AC by AB equal to PR by PQ. Here, see, AC by AB equal to PR by PQ means AC is same as PR. See, AC is this one, PR is this one. AB is also same as PQ. AB is here, hypotenuse, hypotenuse. Now, we need the third side, BC and RQ. Now, what is BC? See this side, BC. So, by Pythagoras theorem, we can write BC is the base. So base will be root of hypotenuse square minus altitude square. Pythagoras theorem. So BC I can write as root of hypotenuse square means hypotenuse is AB here. So AB square minus altitude square. What is altitude? AC. AC square. So I wrote BC equal to root of AB square minus AC square. The same way I can write what is RQ. In the second triangle, RQ equal to, see here RQ is also the base. So according to Pythagoras theorem, base is equal to what? Root of hypotenuse square minus altitude square. Here hypotenuse is PQ. So PQ square minus altitude is PR. PR square. Now you got the value of BC and also RQ. Now I need the value of BC by RQ. So write BC by RQ equal to BC, you got root of AB square minus AC square. And substituting the values. RQ you got as root of PQ square minus PR square. Now you see, first you got AC by AB equal to PR by PQ. That is sin B equal to sin Q. So I told you instead of AC, you can write PR. Same way, instead of AB, you can write PQ. So here, AB square, you can see here AB square. So root of instead of AB, see AB is in first triangle. Instead of AB, I can write PQ because AB equal to PQ. So I'm writing PQ, and also I can multiply by one constant K. Anyways, the answer will be same because if you're multiplying by constant, it will not make any change. So I'm multiplying by K. K is a constant. Same way minus AC. See, AC is this one, altitude. AC is also equal to altitude of the second triangle, PR. So instead of AC, I'm substituting PR into K simply. So this is AB square. So I'm squaring. This is AC square. Again, I'm squaring. This is AC square. Again, I'm squaring. Divided by same thing. Root of PQ square minus PR square. Are you all understanding this one? I told you this is little confusing. Are you all understanding?
No, ma'am.
That's why I told you this is little confusing method. Okay, wait, I'll show you from the first. This is the two triangle. So in the question, they told two acute angles are there. So in this triangle 1, this is triangle 2. So in this triangle 1, I'm taking this acute angle as B. So they because they told in the question two acute angles are there, one is B, one is Q. So I'm naming this B and this as Q. Other sides I'm naming as simply AC, triangle ABC. Another one is triangle PQR. This is the two triangle. In that, angle B is here, angle Q is here according to the question. Now in the question they told sine B equal to sine Q. Sine B equal to sine Q. It's in the question. So in triangle 1, we'll write what is sine B. So see the triangle 1. So your angle is here. According to your angle, your opposite side will be this one. This is your opposite side. This is your hypotenuse. So sine B will be opposite side by hypotenuse. That is AC by AB. Same way, look at the second triangle. In that, according to this angle, this is your opposite side. This is the hypotenuse. So sine Q will be what? Opposite side by hypotenuse, which is equal to PR by PQ. Understood till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I'm equating this to one constant K. Simply equating it to a constant K. So this is your equation number 1. AC by AB equal to PR by PQ equal to K. Simply a constant K. Now, so in this equation you can see AC equal to PR. See, AC by AB equal to PR by PQ means AC equal to PR. So instead of AC you can replace by PR also. Here you can see AB equal to PQ. So instead of PQ you can write AB. Now come to the second step. So now we got AC and AB. These two sides we got. Now we need the third side, that is the base, BC and RQ. For that we'll use Pythagoras theorem. See, BC equal to, according to Pythagoras theorem, look at the triangle 1, this one. BC is what? The base of the triangle. So how we will write base? Pythagoras theorem. Base is equal to root of hypotenuse square minus altitude square. Same thing I'm applying here. Hypotenuse. Triangle 1, hypotenuse is what? AB. AB square minus altitude square. Altitude is AC square. That's all. BC equal to root of AB square minus AC square. Okay. Same way, you can do it for the second triangle. This one. That is RQ base. See the base RQ. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, I can write RQ equal to root of hypotenuse square minus altitude square. So in the triangle 2, hypotenuse is PQ. So PQ square minus altitude is PR. So we got two values, BC. Any doubt in this? So you got two values for the base, two base of the triangle. One base of triangle 1 is BC, base of triangle 2 is RQ. So we got two values, BC equal to root of AB square minus AC square, RQ equal to root of PQ square minus PR square.
Ma'am,
I have just applied the Pythagoras theorem.
why we are subtracting this?
What is the equation for base in Pythagoras theorem? How will we find base? Base is equal to root of Pythagoras theorem. Second formula which you wrote in your notebook. Base is equal to root of hypotenuse square minus altitude square.
Okay.
So in the first triangle, base is BC. So in the first triangle, base is BC, hypotenuse is AB. So that I wrote AB square, hypotenuse square, minus altitude is AC, AC square. I've applied the Pythagoras theorem in triangle 1. Same way in triangle 2, base is what? RQ. See, base is RQ. Root of hypotenuse square. See, hypotenuse is what? PQ. Minus altitude square. Altitude is PR. So I got two values, BC and RQ. Now listen careful. See, now I am dividing this two. BC by AB. BC by RQ. And I am substituting AB and AC in terms of the second triangle. I've told you what was your equation number 1, AC by AB equal to PR by PQ, and I told you instead of AC you can write PR, instead of AB you can write PQ in equation number 1. So I can replace this AC. See here you can see one AB. So I can replace this AB as PQ because see AB is the hypotenuse of first triangle. PQ is the hypotenuse of second triangle. So I can AB and PQ are equal. So instead of AB I can write PQ. Here AC. AC is the altitude of first triangle. What is the altitude of second triangle? PR. So instead of AC I can write PR. That's all. I'm just substituting. Now so instead of AB I'm writing PQ. It was AB square. So I'm writing PQ square. And also I'm multiplying by a constant K. Answer will be same. Simply I'm multiplying with a constant K. That's it. Minus, it was AB square minus AC square. So instead of AC, I can write PR. So I'm substituting PR. Simply multiplying with a constant K. Divided by what was there? PQ square. I'm keeping it like that. PQ square minus PR square. That's it. Now, see here numerator you can see k square, k square. So I'm taking that k square out of the root. So it will be k root, wait, k root, what is inside? PQ square minus PR square divided by root PQ square minus PR square. See, PQ square minus PR square is nothing but there only you got BC by AB. So in your first you have equated it to K. That means equate, what was the first equation? AC by AB equal to PR by PQ equal RQ. Now the conclusion is, okay, this was the triangle, two triangles ACB and PRQ. See, AC by AB equal to PR by PQ. AC equal to PR, AB equal to PQ, BC equal to RQ. All those triangles are same. That means two triangles are similar. That's why I told you this method is little confusing. So finally you'll write triangle ACB is similar to triangle PRQ. Therefore angle B equal to angle Q. This is how you'll prove it by using this method. Which method is easy? The first one or this one? First one is easy, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, first method. You follow the first method. Fatma, we were discussing example number 2. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, there is one similar question in your exercise 8.1, question number 6. Okay, question number 6. It is the same thing. If angle A and angle B are acute angles such that cos A equal to cos B, then show that angle A equal to angle B. It's a similar one. Example number 2. I'll show you. Question number 6 of exercise 8.1. So they told angle A and angle B are the acute angles of the triangle. So I'm drawing a triangle. So it has two acute angles, this one and this one. So I'm writing this as angle A and writing this as angle B. Because they told angle A and angle B are acute angles. Now I'm simply naming this side as C. So this is a triangle ABC. And in the question they told cos A equal to cos B. See, cos A equal to cos B. Now we'll write what is cos A. Cos A means what? A is the angle. So this is the angle. According to this angle, the opposite side will be this one. Anyways, this is the hypotenuse. So I can write cos A equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. That means BC by opposite side is BC. BC by hypotenuse is AB. Now, cos B. Cos B means our angle will be B. So according to this angle, opposite side will be this one, AC. Okay, this is cos, not sine. Wait. Cos will be adjacent side by hypotenuse. So according to this angle, your adjacent side will be AC. So cos A will be AC by AB. Same way cos B. B means what? Opposite side by hypotenuse. So according to this angle, angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Right. Angles opposite are BC and state the reason opposite to equal sides are equal. So therefore angle A equal to angle B. Is this one clear? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we'll move to the next question. So we have done till question number 9. So we'll be starting with question number 10. In triangle PQR, right angled at Q, PR plus QR equal to 25 centimeter, PQ equal to 5 centimeters. Determine the values of sin P, cos P, tan P. So they told in triangle PQR. So draw a triangle PQR. Right angled at Q means this will be Q. Right angled at Q. PQR. This is the triangle. So they told PQ equal to 5 centimeter. So this side value is given in the question 5 centimeter. And another information is PR plus QR equal to 25 centimeter. So PR plus QR equal to 25 centimeters. Now you can write what is PR. I am taking this QR this side. So plus QR will become minus QR. So PR equal to 25 minus QR. This is your equation number 1. Keep it like that. PR equal to 25 minus QR. Now come to the triangle. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, I can write what is Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus altitude square. So I am writing hypotenuse is PR. This is hypotenuse. This is the base. This will be the altitude. So accordingly, I can write hypotenuse square equal to base square plus altitude square. So I'm writing the values. Hypotenuse is PR. So PR square equal to base is QR QR square plus altitude is PQ. PQ square. That's it. Now, in your equation number 1, you can see here PR is equal to 25 minus QR. So you can substitute instead of this PR 25 minus QR. Now I am substituting this PR equal to 25 minus QR. 25 minus QR. This is PR square. So 25 minus QR square equal to QR square plus PQ square. QR square. So this is what you want. This is in the form of a minus b whole square. Identity number 2. So I'm writing it in this form of a square minus 2ab plus b square. So 25 square minus 2ab. 2 into 25 into QR. 2 into 25, 50. 50 QR plus b square. B is QR. So QR square equal to PQ square plus QR square. Now I'm taking this QR this side. So plus QR will become minus QR. Plus QR square. I'm taking this QR this side. So minus QR square equal to PQ square. That means these two got cancelled. QR square minus QR square got cancelled. Now what is remaining? 25 square minus 50 QR equal to PQ square. So 25 square minus 50 QR equal to PQ square. So in the question they have told PQ equal to 5 centimeter. So I'm substituting this value here. 25 square is 625. 25 into 25, 625. Minus 50 QR equal to PQ is 5. So 5 square. 5 square you can write as 25. Now I'm taking this 25 this side. So plus 25 will become minus 25 and I'm taking this minus 50 QR this side. So minus 50 QR will become plus 50 QR. So 625 minus 25 equal to 50 QR. 625 minus 25, 600 equal to 50 QR. Therefore, QR is equal to this 50 will go this side. This is multiplication. So when this 50 goes next other side, there will be division. That means QR equal to 600 divided by 50. So you'll get the value of QR. 600 divided by 50 is 12. Now you got the value of PQ 5, QR equal to 12. Now you can easily find the value of the third side. See your equation number 1. PR equal to 25 minus QR. This is your equation number 1. So substitute the values. PR equal to 25 minus QR we got as 12. So 25 minus 12, 13. You got PR also. This is your triangle PQR. PQ is given in the question. Okay, PQR. PQ value is given in the question as 5. PR value we just found now 13. QR value also we found. QR is equal to 12. Now what you need to find is sin P, cos P and tan P. Sin P, cos P and tan P. Sin P means what? P is your angle. See, P is your angle. Your angle will be here. So according to this angle, the opposite side is this one. Adjacent side will be this. Hypotenuse is this one. So sin P, opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side is QR. QR by hypotenuse is PR. Substitute the values. QR is 12. PR is 13. 12 by 13. So sin P is 12 by 13. Same way you can find cos P. Cos P is what? Cos is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So according to this angle, adjacent side is PQ. PQ by hypotenuse is PR. Substitute the values. PQ is 5. PR is 13. 5 by 13. Now tan P. Tan is what? Opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is QR. Adjacent side is PQ. Substitute the values. QR is 12. PQ is 5. So tan P will be 12 by 5. Any doubt? Fatma, is there any doubt in this question?
No, ma'am.
Samya?
No.
Fatma? You can ask me. Okay. Azam also? No doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. 11th question. State whether the following are true or false. Justify your answer. Sub question 1. The value of tan A is always less than 1. If it is true, we need to prove. If it is false also, we need to show the proof. So they told value of tan A is always less than 1. This is what they are telling. This is a false statement. Proof. Take a triangle. I'm taking a triangle ABC. Right angled at B. Suppose I'm taking this value is 3, this is 4, this is 5. This is just for the proof. I'm taking BC equal to 3, AB equal to 4, AC equal to 5. So tan A, simply taking one value, tan A will means angle will be A. So tan means what? Opposite side by adjacent side. So according to this angle, our opposite side will be BC. So opposite side by adjacent side means BC by AB. That is 3 by 4. So, okay, wait. Okay. So if you divide 3 by 4, you'll be getting somewhat 0.75. Now take tan C. Tan C means your angle will be here. According to this angle, your opposite side is AB. Opposite side by adjacent side. AB by BC equal to 4 by 3. So if you divide 4 by 3, you'll be getting approximately 1.33. See, this is greater than 1. But in the question they told, always the value of tan A will be less than 1. But here we got greater than 1. That's why the statement is false. So you can conclude the answer as, in this example, tan C is equal to 1.33, which is greater than 1. Therefore, the statement is false. Second one is, seek A equal to 12 by 5 for some value of angle A. So they told seek A equal to 12 by 5. So there is one rule, seek theta or A, whatever, seek theta is always greater than or equal to 1. This is the rule. Sec theta can't be less than 1. So sec theta is always greater than or equal to 1. So we'll check this one. What is 12 by 5? Divide 12 by 5. So you'll be getting 2.4. So this is great. Sec will be greater than or equal to 1. So here 12 by 5 is 2.4, which is greater than or equal to 1. So this statement is true because 12.5 is greater than 1. You can write the reason this one. Sec theta will be always greater than or equal to 1 since Ck equal to 12 by 5, which is equal to 2.4, is greater than 1. This statement is true. Third one. See, cos A is the abbreviation used for the cosecant of angle A. Is that true? Is cos A an abbreviation for cosecant? Cosec is the abbreviation for cosecant. So cos is an abbreviation for cosine, not cosecant. So this statement is false. Write the reason. Cos is the abbreviation used for cosine, not cosecant. Therefore, the statement is false. Fourth one, quote A is the product of quote and A. So they are saying quote A is the product of quote and A. Quote into A is quote A. Is that true? No, because quote into A is not quote A. A is the angle. So this statement is false. You write quote A is not the product of quote and A. It is quote A means what? It is the cotangent of A, angle A. So it is the cotangent of angle A. So quote A means A is the angle. So quote means what? Cotangent. It is the cotangent of angle A, not quote into A. It is not the product of quote and A. So the statement is false. Now the last one, fifth sub question. Sine theta is equal to 4 by 3 for some angle theta. So they told sine theta equal to 4 by 3. Is it possible? We need to check if it is possible or not. So you write a rule. Sine theta is always less than 1. So sine value will be always less than 1. This is a rule. Sine theta will be always less than 1. So we'll check what is 4 by 3. So 4 by 3 is approximately 1.33 approximately. So see, this is greater than 1. 1.33 means it is greater than 1. So it's not according to the rule. Rule is sine theta will always be less than 1. So you can write this is a false statement. Or you can write like this. Sine theta. Wait. Conclude like this. Sine theta will always less than 1 and it can never be 4 by 3. Therefore, the statement is false. Tell me when you're done. We'll move to the next topic. Shall we move to the next topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next topic is trigonometric ratios of some specific angles. So we'll be studying the value of 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 and 90. We'll study the trigonometric ratios of these angles 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. Five, 90, 9, 10, C, quote. So sine 0, 0, sine 30, 1 by 2, sine 45, 1 by root 2, sine 60, root 3 by 2, sine 90, 1. Now cos 0, 1, cos 30, root 3 by 2, cos 45, 1 by root 2, cos 60 will be 1 by 2, cos 90, 0. Tan 0, 0, tan 30, 1 by root 3, tan 45, 1, tan 60, root 3, tan 90 is not defined. There is no value for that. It's not defined. Now, if you study sine, cos, tan values, it is very easy to memorize cosec, sec, and cot. See, I told you cosec is the opposite of sine. So, once you know the value of sine, cosec is easy. It's the reciprocal of sine. So, sine 0 is 0. So, reciprocal of 0 is not defined. So, cosec 0 will be not defined. Same way, see, cosec 30. What is sine 30? 1 by 2. Cosec is the opposite or reciprocal of sine. So, take the reciprocal of 1 by 2. 2 by 1. So, cosec 30 will be 2. 2 by 1 is 2. Now, cosec 45. Reciprocal of sine 45. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So, cosec 45 will be root 2 by 1. So, root 2. Cosec 60. Reciprocal of this one, root 3 by 2. 2 by root 3. That's why I told you if you study sine, cos and tan value, you don't want to study cosec, sec and cot. Just take the reciprocal of sine, cos and tan. Now cosec 90. Sine 90 is 1. So cosec 90 will be 1 by 1. Again 1. Come to sec. Sec 0. Sec is the reciprocal of cos. Cos is 1. So reciprocal of 1 is again 1. So sec 0 will be 1. Sec 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So sec 30 will be 2 by root 3. Now sec 45. Cos 45 is 5 is 1 by root 2. So sec 45 will be root 2 by 1. You can write as root 2. Sec 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So sec 60 will be 2 by 1, 2. Sec 90. Cos 90 is 0. So it's a reciprocal of 0. Not defined. The reciprocal of 0 is not defined. Cot is the reciprocal of tan. See the tan values here and write the reciprocal. Reciprocal of 0 not defined. Second one, 1 by root 3. It will be root 3. Next is 1. 1 by 1, again 1. Next you can write root 3. So reciprocal of root 3 is what? 1 by root 3. So here it will be 1 by root 3. And cot 90. Tan 90 is not defined. So cot 90 will be 0. We can't write here. So cot 0 not defined. Cot 30 root 3. Cot 45 1. Cot 60 1 by root 3. Cot 90 0. You need to study the first three things: sine, cos, and tan. This is very important. Have you all copied this one? Okay, now you can come to example number 6. Okay, example number 6. In triangle ABC, right angled at B, AB equal to 5 centimeter. Triangle ACB is given as 30 degree. Determine the lengths of the sides BC and AC. So this is the triangle ABC. So they have given AB value 5 centimeter and also they have given the angle theta 30 degree. Now we need to find what is BC and also what is AC. These two sides we need to find. Now They have given the angle that is 30. Now you can write what is sine 30. You can go to the table and see what is sine 30. Somebody tell me what is sine 30? Sine 30 degree.
2 by root 3.
No, no. Look at the table
1 by
carefully. 1 by 2. Sine 30 is 1 by 2. So look at the diagram. This triangle sine 30. What is sine 30? Opposite side by hypotenuse. So according to this angle, your opposite side is this AB. Hypotenuse is AC. So you can write sine 30, you can write as AB by AC. Opposite side by hypotenuse. It's given sine 30 1 by 2. So you can equate AB by AC equal to 1 by 2. Here AB value is given in the question. AB is 5 centimeters. So I am substituting AB equal to 5. So 5 by AC equal to 1 by 2. Now you can find what is AC. Cross multiplication. So 5 twos are 10. 10 equal to AC into 1. AC. Now you got the value of AC. See? AC equal to 10. AC equal to 10. Now you can find BC value in two methods. Two way is there. One way is by using Pythagoras theorem you can find the base. Another way is here you got this is 10. AC equal to 10. So another way of finding BC is our angle is here, right? So this side is adjacent side. So take any ratio in which adjacent side is there. See, if you take cos theta, what is cos adjacent side by hypotenuse? So I am going to take cos 30 equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Here adjacent side is BC, hypotenuse is AC. So BC by AC equal to what is cos 30 value? Cos 30. Anyone? Look at the table. Cos 30.
Root 3 by 2.
Root 3 by 2. Now you can substitute the value of AC because AC we have already found AC equal to 10. So I am substituting AC equal to 10. BC by 10 equal to root 3 by 2. Now I can easily find the value of BC. Cross multiplication. 2BC equal to root 3 into 10. So 10 root 3. I got 2BC equal to 10 root 3. Therefore, BC equal to this 2 will go this side. This is multiplication. So when I take this 2 to another side, it will be division. So 10 root 3 divided by 2. I can cancel this 10 and 2. 2 into 5, 10. So the answer is 5 root 3. Finally, you got AC equal to 10, BC equal to 5 root 3. This is the answer. You need to find BC and AC. First you took sine 30 value and found AC. Then you took cos 30 value and found BC. That's all. Example number 7. In triangle PQR, right angled at Q, PQ equal to 3 centimeters and PR equal to 6 centimeters. Determine angle QPR and angle PRQ. Angle QPR means what? See, angle QPR. That means you need to find angle P. Then they said angle PRQ. PRQ means PRQ. This is like this. So you need to find angle R. That means you need to find angle P and angle R. Angle QPR means angle P. Angle PRQ means angle R. So this is the triangle which is given in the question. Triangle ABC. Sorry, it's PQR. PQ triangle PQR. In that PQ value is given 3 centimeter. Then what else? PR equal to 6 centimeter. Now we need to find what is this angle and also this angle. This is the question. We need to find the angle. So two values are given. Now first of all we'll find this angle, angle P. Now see, according to this angle, this is the opposite side, this is the adjacent side. Anyways, it will be hypotenuse. It is not going to change. Now I'm taking, since see here, since adjacent side value is given in the question, there is no opposite side value. So I'm taking cos value. So cos P, angle is at P. So I'm writing cos P equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is PQ. PQ by hypotenuse is PR. Once again, why I took cos? Because here adjacent side value is given in the question. So adjacent side and hypotenuse value is there. So I can take cos instead of sine. Cos is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So that I have taken cos P equal to PQ by PR. Now I am substituting what is PQ. PQ is 3 by PR is 6. So 3 by 6. See, 1 by 2. Now I got cos P equal to 1 by 2. Now you check in the table which angle of cos is 1 by 2. Cos which angle is 1 by 2? Check the table and tell me. So then we can understand what is this angle P. Check in the table. Cos which angle is 1 by 2?
60 degree.
60. Therefore angle P is 60 degree. Because cos 60 is 1 by 2. Therefore, angle P equal to 60. Now we got angle P. Same way we need to find what is angle R. Now I am drawing the angle here at R. So according to this angle, this PQ is opposite side, this is hypotenuse. So opposite side and hypotenuse. It is coming sine. Sine is what? Opposite side by hypotenuse. So I am taking sine. Sine, since angle is at R, I am taking sine R equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side is PQ by hypotenuse is PR. I'm substituting the value 3 by 6 equal to again 1 by 2. Now we got sine R equal to 1 by 2. But we need what is the angle R. So that we need to check in the table sine which degree is 1 by 2. Sine of what degree is 1 by 2? That will be angle R. Tell me what is angle R. Sine of which angle is 1 by 2? Hello, I'm talking to you. Sine of which angle is 1 by 2? Samya? Look at the table.
30 degree.
So sine 30 is 1 by 2. So angle R will be 30 degree. Angle R means angle PRQ equal to 30 degree. Angle P means angle QPR equal to 60 degree. Example number 8. If sine A minus B equal to 1 by 2. See here sine A minus B. This A minus B is our full angle. So sine A minus B equal to 1 by 2. Cos A plus B equal to 1 by 2. A plus B lies between 0 and 90 degree. A is greater than B. Find A and B. We need to find what is the value of A, what is the value of B. Sine A minus B is given in the question as 1 by 2. So we know sine 30 is 1 by 2. Right? Sine 30 degree is 1 by 2. So we can write instead of A minus B 30. That means we can equate A minus B equal to 30. Because sine A minus B is 1 by 2. Sine 30 is also 1 by 2. So therefore you can write A minus B equal to 30. Both the angles are equal. A minus A minus B equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, A minus B equal to 30 because sine 30 degree equal to 1 by 2. This is the reason. So this is your first equation, A minus B equal to 30. Same way, they have given cos A plus B equal to 1 by 2. So cos A plus B equal to 1 by 2. So we know that cos 60 is 1 by 2. Therefore, A plus B equal to 60. How? Write the reason here. Cos 60 equal to 1 by 2. So because cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2, you can write A plus B equal to 60. Both the angles are equal. So this is your equation number 2. Now you got two equations, A minus B equal to 30, A plus B equal to 60. Now you can solve the two equations by using elimination method. So A minus B equal to 30, A plus B equal to 60. So I'm eliminating A. I'm subtracting this one. 30 minus 60 minus 30. See, minus B minus B. What is minus B minus B? Minus 2B. A got cancelled. So minus 2B equal to minus 30. Now I can cancel both the negative signs. Now you can see 2B equal to 30. Therefore, B equal to 30 divided by 2. 15. So now you got the value of B. B is equal to 15 degree. Now you can substitute this value of B in your equation number 1 and you can find the value of A. So A minus B is 15. A minus B is 30. Now I'm taking this minus 15 this side. So minus 15 will become plus 15. So A equal to 30 plus 15. 45. This is the answer. A is equal to 45 degree. B is equal to 15 degree. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can come to exercise 8.2. So exercise 8.2. Question number 1. Evaluate the following. Sub question 1, sine 60 degree into cos 30 degree plus sine 30 degree into cos 60 degree. You just give the values, that's it. Sine 60 into cos 30 plus sine 30 into cos 60. So substitute the values. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So I'm writing sine 60 root 3 by 2 into cos 30 is again root 3 by 2 plus sine 30 is 1 by 2 cos 60. Cos 60 value is also 1 by 2. Now we'll solve this one. See, root 3 into root 3. 3 divided by 2 into 2. 4 plus 1 into 1. 1. 2 into 2. 4. So 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4. 3 plus 1. 4. Denominator 4. 4 by 4 got cancelled. Answer is 1. That's all. Your answer is 1. First, you substitute the value of sine 60, sine 30, sine 30, cos 30 and cos 60. Now we solve this one. First you multiplied root 3 into root 3, 3, root 2 into 2, 4, then 1 into 1, 1, 2 into 2, 4. So you got 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4. 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4 means 3 plus 1 by 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 by 4 got cancelled. Answer is 1. So we'll move to next sub question 2. 2 tan square 45 degree plus cos square 30 minus sine square 60. First of all, write tan 45 equal to 1. Then sine 60 equal to root 3 by 2. Then cos 30 equal to root 3 by 2. So the question is 2 tan square 45 plus cos square 30 minus sine square 60. So I'm going to substitute these values. 2 tan square 45 means 2 into, okay, wait. So 2 tan square 45 means 2 into tan 45 is 1. So tan square 45 will be 1 square plus Cos square 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So cos square 30 will be root 3 by 2 whole square minus sin square 60. Sin 60 is again root 3 by 2. So sin square 60 will be root 3 by 2 whole square. Now 2 into 1 square you can write as 1. 2 into 1, 2. See, root 3 by 2 whole square minus root 3 by 2 whole square. You can cancel both. Root 3 by 2 whole square again minus root 3 by 2 whole square. Got cancelled. Your answer is 2. Sub question 3. Cos 45 divided by sec 30 plus cosec 30. First of all, you write the values. Cos 45, 1 by root 2. Sec 30, 2 by root 3. Then what else is there? Cosec 30. So cosec 30, 2. So these are the values. Cos 45, 1 by root 2. Sec 30, 2 by root 3. Cosec 30 equal to 2. So we need to substitute these values in the question. Question is cos 45 divided by sec 30 plus cosec 30. Cos 45 divided by sec 30 plus cosec 30. So I'm going to substitute the values. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2 divided by sec 30 is 2 by root 3 plus cosec 30 is 2. So first I'm going to solve the denominator. Take the LCM into root 3 into root 3. So it will be 1 by root 2 divided by 2 plus, here it is into root 3. 2 into root 3. That means 2 root 3 divided by denominator is what? Root 3. See, now I am taking the denominator. See, this is our denominator. So I am taking this to up. So it will become the reciprocal and also this division will go and it will become multiplication. See. I'm taking this whole denominator to this side. So it will be root 3 by 2 plus 2 root 3 and also multiplication. Now 1 by root 2 into root 3 by 2 plus 2 root 3. So 1 by root 2 into root 3 by 2 plus 2 root 3. So multiplying 1 into root 3 divided by root 2 into this whole thing. So root 2 into 2 plus 2 root 3. Okay, before that, I'll show you one more step. See this 2 plus 2 root 3. 2 and 2 is common. So I can take 2 outside. So when I take 2 outside from both, I have taken 2 outside. So what is remaining? 1 plus. From here also I have taken 1 2 outside. So only root 3 is remaining. So instead of 2 plus 2 root 3, I can write 2 into 1 plus root 3. I have taken 2 outside. So instead of that, I am writing 2 into 1 plus root 3. Anyways, if you simplify, it will be 2 plus 2 root 3. Now multiply 1 into root 3 divided by, see, root 2 into 2. Root 2 into 2 will be 2 root 2. So 2 root 2 into 1 plus root 3. Simply I have multiplied the two fractions. So 1 into root 3 is root 3. Root 2 into 2 is 2 root 2. Then the same thing, 1 plus root 3. Now I'm going to write in a proper way, rationalizing the denominator. You have studied this one, rationalizing the denominator, because you have root 2 here in the denominator. So I'm rationalizing. It will be root 3 by 2 root 2 into 1 plus root 3. 1 plus root 3 I can write as root 3 plus 1 also. So simply I'm writing root 3 plus 1. 1 plus root 3 and root 3 plus 1 are same. So rationalizing the denominator, root 3 plus 1 will become root 3 minus 1. You have studied rationalizing the denominator thing. So divided by root 3 minus 1. Now root 3 into, see here, root 3 into root 3 minus 1. Give this root 3 to both root 3 and minus 1. So root 3 into root 3, 3. Root 3 into minus 1, minus root 3. So you got 3 minus root 3 numerator, come to denominator. See here, root 3 plus 1, root 3 minus 1. It is in the form of third identity, a plus b into a minus b. A square minus b square. 2 root 2 is there. So this 2 will become third identity, a square minus b square. So root 3 square you can write as, yeah, I'll write like that. Root 3 square, a square minus b square. A plus b into a minus b equal to a square minus b square. So now you got 3 minus root 3 divided by 2 root 2 into root 3 square minus 1 square. So I'm going to simplify this one. So root 3 square will become 3. 1 square you can write as 1. So 3 minus 1, 2. So now you got 3 minus root 3 divided by 2 root 3 into 3 minus 1, right? So 3 minus 1 you can write as 2. So I'm writing into 2. Now again I'm going to rationalize the denominator, because I have still, see, root 3 here. So this is not root 3, root 2, right? Okay, this is root 2 into 2. Still I have root 2 here in the denominator. So I'm going to rationalize the denominator again. Into root 2 into root 2. To cancel this root 2, I am multiplying again with root 2. See here, root 2 into 3 minus root 3. Giving this root 2 to both. Root 2 into 3 minus root 2 into root 3. So it will be root 2 into 3 will be 3 root 2 minus root 2 into root 3. Keep it like that, root 2 into root 3. Now come to the denominator. See here, root 2 into root 2. Root 2 into root 2 will become 2. So this 2 got cancelled and became 2. Now multiply all the 2's. 2 into 2 into 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. So your denominator is 8. Once more I will show you. Here 1 root 2 is there. Again 1 root 2 is there. So root 2 into root 2 became 2. Now 2 into 2 into 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. So the denominator is 8. 3 root 2 minus root 2 into root 3 divided by 8. Can I simplify this? Root 2 into root 6. It's multiplication. So root 2 into root 3 will be 3 2s are 6. Root 6. So 3 root 2 minus root 6 divided by 8. This is the answer. 3 root 2 minus root 6 divided by 8. I know it is little lengthy. You can tell me if there is any doubt. I can show you again.
No doubt, ma'am.
In which step? Full, you have doubt full.
Ma'am, no doubt.
Oh, no doubt. What about others? Azam, Fatma, Samya.
Yeah, no
No doubt,
doubts.
ma'am.
Okay. Azam, you have any doubt?
No doubts, ma'am.
Okay, we'll go to fourth sub question. Sin 30 plus tan 45 minus cosec 60 divided by sec 30 plus cos 60 plus cot 45. First of all, you write the values. Sin 30 equal to 1 by 2. Tan 45 equal to 1. Then cosec 60 equal to 2 by root 3. Sec 30 equal to again 2 by root 3. Then cos 60 equal to 1 by 2. Cot 45 equal to 1. Note this down. So we'll substitute these values in the question. Sin 30 1 by 2, tan 45 1, cosec 60 2 by root 3, sec 30 2 by root 3, cos 60 1 by 2, cot 45 1. So our question is, Sine 30 plus tan 45 minus cosec 60 divided by sec 30 plus cos 60 plus cot 45. Now I am substituting the values. Sin 30 1 by 2 plus tan 45 1 minus cosec 60 2 by root 3 whole divided by sec 30 2 by root 3 plus cos 60 is 1 by 2 plus cot 45 is 1. Now we'll simplify this one. 1 by 2 plus, okay, take the LCM here. First I am solving these two. So into 2 into 2. 1 plus 1 into 2, 2. Divided by 2. 1 plus 2, 3. So I can write 3 by 2. 3 by 2 minus 2 by root 3 divided by, see here, I am solving these two. Into 2 into 2. So 2 by root 3 plus 1 plus 2. Again 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 minus 2 by root 3 whole divided by 2 by 3 plus 3 by 2. Again taking the LCM. So here it is root 3. So I am multiplying here numerator and denominator by root 3. Here it is 2. So this side I am multiplying by 2. Same way here into 2 into 2. Here it will be into root 3 into root 3. So 3 into root 3, 3 root 3 minus 2 into 2, 4 divided by denominator is 2 root 3 whole divided by 2 into 2, 4 plus 3 into root 3, 3 root 3 divided by denominator is same 2 root 3, 2 root 3. So I am writing 2 root 3. Now we got 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by 2 root 3 whole divided by again 4 plus 3 root 3 divided by 2 root 3. I'll show you this one. 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by 2 root 3 again divided by 4 plus 3 root 3 divided by 2 root 3. Now I'm gonna take this denominator full to this side. So I told you if I'm taking to other side, it will be the reciprocal. That means 4 plus 3 root 3 by 2 root 3 will become 2 root 3 divided by 4 plus 3 root 3 and this division will go and it will become multiplication. So it will be into 2 root 3 divided by 4 plus 3 root 3. Reciprocal of this one. Now it got cancelled. See here 2 root 3 in the numerator and again 2 root 3 denominator got cancelled. 2 root 3 and 2 root 3. What else is remaining? 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by 4 plus 3 root 3. So you have 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by 4 plus 3 root 3. Now I'm going to rationalize the denominator because the denominator contains a root. So I'm going to rationalize the denominator. So this 3 root 3, 4 plus 3 root 3, I can write as 3 root 3 plus 4 also. Both are same. So I'm going to write 3 root 3 plus 4. 4 plus 3 root 3 and 3 root 3 plus 4 are same. So I'm going to rationalize the denominator. So 3 root 3 plus 4 will become 3 root 3 minus 4 into 3 root 3 minus 4. Now you can see here 3 into root 3 minus 4 into 3 into root 3 minus 4. It's in the form of a minus b whole square. In the denominator side, you can see 3 root 3 plus 4 into 3 root 3 minus 4. This is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. Third identity. This is a minus b form. A is 3 root 3, b is 4. So a minus b whole square. So you can write 3 root 3 minus 4 whole square. 3 root 3 minus 4 into 3 root 3 minus 4. 3 root 3 minus 4 whole square. Divided by, see here, a plus b into a minus b. This is a square minus b square, third identity. So a square will be 3 root 3 square minus b is what? 4 square. So the numerator is in the form of second identity a minus b whole square. Denominator is in the form of third identity a plus b into a minus b. 3 root 3 minus 4 whole square divided by 3 root 3 whole square minus 4 square. So a minus b whole square equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So a square means 3 root 3 whole square minus 2ab. 2 into 3 root 3 into 4. 2 into 3 root 3 into 4 plus b square. B is 4. 4 square is 16 divided by 3 root 3 whole square. See, I am giving this square to both. So 3 square is 9. Root 3 into root 3. Root 3 square is 3. Root 3 into root 3 equal to 3. So 9 into 3. I have given this square to both. So 3 square into root 3 square. 3 square is 9. Root 3 square is 3. So 9 into 3 minus 4 square 16. Now I'm going to solve this one. Same thing here. See, 3 root 3 square. Give the square to both. So 3 square is 9. Root 3 square is 3. So 9 into 3 minus this one. 3 into 2, 6 into 4. 6 4s are 24. Then 1 root 3. So 24 root 3. Okay, I'll explain once more. 2 into 3, 6. 6 into 4, 24. 24 into root 3, 24 root 3. Then what is there? Plus 16 divided by 9 into 3. 9 threes are 27. So 27 minus 16. Again. Here also 9 threes are 27 minus 24 root 3 plus 16 divided by 27 minus 16, 11. So you got 27 minus 24 root 3 plus 1 plus 16 divided by 11. 27 minus 24 root 3 plus 16 divided by 11. See here 27 and 16. You can add 27 and 16. So 27 plus 16, 43. So 43, then what else is there? Minus 24 root 3 divided by 11. That's it. This is the answer. We can't simplify more. 43 minus 24 root 3 divided by 11 is the answer. Fifth one. 5 cos square 60 degree plus 4 sec square 30 minus tan square 45 divided by sin square 30 plus cos square 30. So first you write the values. Tan 45 equal to 1, sin 30 equal to 1 by 2, cos 30 equal to root 3 by 2. Then sec 30 equal to 2 by root 3, cos 60 equal to 1 by 2. These are the values. Tan 45 1, sin 30 1 by 2, cos 30 root 3 by 2, sec 30 2 by root 3, cos 60 1 by 2. Now we'll substitute these values in the question. 5 cos square 60 plus 4 sec square 30 minus tan square 45 divided by sin square 30 plus cos square 30. Okay, substituting the values. 5 cos square 60. That means 5 into cos 60 is 1 by 2. So cos square 60 will be 1 by 2 whole square plus 4 sec square 30. 4 into sec 30 is 2 by root 3. So sec square 30 will be 2 by root 3 whole square minus tan 45 is 1. So tan square 45 1 square. 1 square is 1 divided by sin square 30. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. So sin square 30 means 1 by 2 whole square plus cos 30 root 3 by 2. Here it is cos square 30. So root 3 by 2 whole square. See here 1 by 2 whole square means give the squares to both. So it will become 1 by 4. Here 2 by root 3 whole square. 2 square divided by root 3 square. So 2 square is 4. Root 3 square is 3. So here it will be 4 by 3. Denominator 1 by 2 whole square. 1 square divided by 2 square. 2 square is 4. So this will be 1 by 4. This side root 3 by 2 whole square. Root 3 square divided by 2 square. Root 3 square is what? 3. divided by 2 square is 4. So this will be 3 by 4. Now we got 5 into 1 by 4 plus 4 into 4 by 3 minus 1 divided by 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. 5 into 1 by 4 plus 4 into 4 by 3 minus 1 divided by 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. So 5 into 1 by 4 I can write as 5 by 4. Here 4 into 4 by 3. 4 into 4, 16. 16 by 3. So 5 into 1 by 4 will be 5 by 4 plus 4 into 4 by 3. 4 fours are 16. 16 by 3 minus 1 divided by 1 by 4. Okay. 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. Denominator is same. So add the numerator. 1 plus 3. 4. 4 by 4. What is 4 by 4? 1. 4 and 4 got cancelled equal to 1. Anyways, denominator is 1 means don't write that. Okay, now denominator got cancelled. So we need to solve this one. 5 by 4 plus 16 by 3 minus 1. Take the LCM. LCM is 12. So into 12 into 12. So here it will be into 4 into 4. Here into 3. Then only 4 threes are 12 into 3. So now the denominators are all 12. So 5 threes are 15 plus 16 fours are 64 minus 1 into 12. 12. Whole divided by our denominator is 12. See, 4 threes are 12, 3 fours are 12, 1 into 12, 12. So the denominator is 12. 15 plus 64 minus 12. 15 plus 64 will be 79. 79 minus 12. 67 divided by 12. This is the answer. 67 divided by 12. 15 plus 64, 79. 79 minus 12, 67. 67 divided by 12 is the answer. 67 by 12. Okay. So now we are done with question number 1. So I think that's enough for today. We'll start with question number 2 in our next class. Okay, so before leaving, okay, before leaving, everyone tell me, are you understanding or am I so fast or am I so slow? Anyone tell me?
You're a bit fast.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll make it slow. Okay, you are not getting time to copy.
No, it's sometimes it's hard understanding, like some parts, not everything.
Okay, okay. So you all understood till here, right? Is there any doubt in the questions? Everyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What about Samya? Okay. What about Fatma? Is everything clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hiba?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. So I'll make it little slow from the next class. Okay, that's enough for today. You can leave the meeting.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.